This mission is too important for me to allow you to jeopardize it.
Come on, bark like a dog for me. Bark like a dog.
Well, it's December the 14th, and Air Wagner is going to the dogs, literally. Robert, what's our mission today, and who's on board?
Well, we got Big Boss Lady.
That's
Gary
Mrs. Air Wagner to everyone else.
Yep, that is Mrs. Air Wagner. We're taking off here out of Auburn. Pretty nice day, sunny, a little bit of high overcast. Going down to Bakersfield. We're going to pick up a Doberman down there. Go over to Fresno, pick up 3 more dogs, and then up to Redding, and we'll be back home. So, a couple-hour flight. Should be pretty nice. It looked like good weather all the way.
So we're on the rescue mission, Angel Flight for dogs. These dogs were scheduled to be euthanized, and they're being rescued. So we're doing that, and we're probably going to do different segments of videos. We'll see how it goes. But we're going to Bakersfield, Muni for the first time. And that, for the first time, I like to go IFR so we don't get lost. So what time is it now, Robert?
It's just after 9. It's about...
Wrong. First mistake. It's checklist time.
It is.
All right, we're going to do the checklist and come back on. All right, all important checklists complete. Robert, you have the radios. I have the airplane.
Auburn traffic, Golden Eagle 513 Sierra Juliet's taking runway 07, departure to the south, Auburn.
All right, time, check. 9:22, transponder, check. Traffic, check. DG, double check on the runway. Fuel boost pumps on, full mixture. And we're on the roll. So we're going to make sure we got fuel flow first, or we abort.
Fuel flow's alive.
Fuel flow's
high
good.
40s.
High 40s. Airspeed alive 60.
Roger. Check.
70.
Check. 80.
Check. Cross check.
90. 95.
And we're out of here. A little bit of back pressure. Tap the brakes. Pull the gear up. I like to say just let the airplane kind of fly off the runway.
Auburn traffic, Golden Eagle 513 Sierra Juliet's coming through 2,800, right turn to the south, Auburn. NorCal, Golden Eagle 513 Sierra Juliet.
I believe it was 3 Sierra Juliet, go ahead.
Yeah, we're Golden Eagle 513 Sierra Juliet off the ground at Auburn, climbing through 4,300, looking to go to Bakersfield Municipal, 13,000 VFR flight following.
IFR.
IFR flight following, 3 Sierra Juliet.
You ever been to Bakersfield, Muni?
I haven't.
07 NorCal departure, radar contact. 513 Sierra Juliet, spot 3631.
3631, 3 Sierra Juliet.
November 3 Sierra Juliet, radar contact 6 miles southeast Auburn Airport, Sacramento, altimeter 3025.
3025, 3 Sierra Juliet.
3 Sierra Juliet, cleared to Lima 45 Airport via proceed direct, climb and maintain 9,000, expect 13,000 as your final.
Cleared Lima 45 direct, climbed 9,000, 13,000 as our final, 3 Sierra Juliet.
Okay, here we go.
Yep.
So it's first time to Bakersfield, Muni. I don't want to get lost. You know, let's take the RNAV in there, and if we
1111, descend now to 6,000, then continue descent via the
we'll study the airport here.
6,000 now, then via the arrival, 711.
Skywest 3812, descend
We'll
now
brief
to 6,000,
the airport on the way
continue descent
down.
via the arrival.
I looked at it briefly earlier.
6,000 and then continue
Airport
on the
info,
arrival,
L45. So there's one runway, 1634, 4,000 by 75, just like Auburn.
Yep.
And it has an RNAV or an RNAV or a GPS or VOR for 34. So we'll take the RNAV for 34.
3 Sierra Juliet, contact departure 123.7. Good day.
123.7, 3 Sierra Juliet. Good day. Morning, NorCal, Golden Eagle 513 Sierra Juliet's checking on, climbing 7,600 for 9,000.
Golden Eagle 513 Sierra Juliet, NorCal approach, climb and maintain 13,000.
Climb maintain 13,000, 3 Sierra Juliet.
Okay, we're going to Lucky 13.
Contact approach on 123.85.
And the weather there right now, there's no weather available. It was earlier, it was 4 miles visibility and haze. that's more of a reason to take the RNAV into 3-4. On the frequencies, yeah, 22.8. So
Okay.
Auburn +1. How's Mrs. Air Wagner in the back?
Doing just fine.
Okay. If you want to crawl in one of those dog crates and cuddle up with one of those dog toys.
No, I'm not the toys. I'm going to want them in my lap.
And if you want something, just bite on one of the squeaky toys, Let me see the iPad. See, what I thought was pretty cool was doing it like this with the synthetic vision.
Yep.
And
right on the panel.
Or you could go to the home and do the synthetic vision by itself, which shows, you got the tape and stuff.
Yeah.
And then the other one is if you do the navigation, you got this action going on too.
Southwest 1657, contact Oakland Center, 119.75 today.
1975, South 1657.
And you can do the IFR load chart. So that's pretty cool.
Yep.
So I'm just letting it run to see. How's the temperature back there?
Just fine.
Is it warm? Is it cool? Is it perfect?
It's just fine.
All right, we're at a dozen now, 12,000, going to 13,000. And when we level off, we'll go through the G600. If you see some black marks on my hands, I had a can of black epoxy spray paint go cockeyed on me and just covered my hands in black paint. So this is pretty good. If you saw me yesterday, looked like I was wearing gloves. So if you look out the front window while we're leveling off, I've moved the camera to the left side because the scratches on the right side don't look good in the video, especially on a big screen. So this is better. I'm not sure it focuses as well. It's a little tinted. I think it focuses on the glass, not on the outside. So we're going to have to see how that goes. We're currently direct to Bakersfield Muni, L45. And instead of Bakersfield, BFL, which is the main airport, there's our 200 marker for 13,000. Now, because we're not in the flight levels, which is 18,000, we're still going to leave the local barometer there. Because we have a little bit of a headwind here at 3. It's not too bad. We do have some power back, so we'll go through that when we level off. All right, we're leveled off here. We got the radio down a little bit. We're still listening. If she comes on, we'll raise it up. But let's take a trip around the G600. We're on GPSS, heading direct for Lima 45. It's 9:38 in the morning. It's 32 out, which is freezing level. There's no visible moisture, so we're not going to turn the pitot heat on. Wind's pretty light, 6 knots out of the south. So we got a headwind of 3, a crosswind of 6. We're truing out here at 195, which is pretty good for these power settings. Indicated airspeed 159, ground speed 1903. We're coordinated, and we're bugged at 13,000. We're at 13,000, 3025, straight and level. Over here is the multi-function display showing the map where we are. Power settings. We got 32 inches of manifold pressure, 1,800 RPM, 22 gallons an hour per side, 1,550 on the temps. Look up the chart, Robert. Tell us what brake horsepower we're at for this 13,000, so you can use the big sheet.
6,800 for 900,000.
That one there, so 15,000. You can use 15, or you have to interpolate between 10 and 15.
Yeah.
So
379 North departure, climb and maintain flight level
15.
190.
We're at 32 inches of manifold pressure, 1,800 RPM.
32, 18. We're running about 67% horsepower.
All right, 67% indicating a true airspeed of 1908 at 13,000. That's the beauty of a 421. Pay no attention to the fuel burn, though.
Yeah.
All right, so we're sitting here. We're exactly an hour away from our destination. We've been in the air 18 minutes. It's 9:41. We're going to get there at 10:41 based on this. But like I say, we have some stored energy at 13,000, so we're going to be descending and picking up some speed. and then we'll get some gas because we don't have enough to get our whole mission in, and then we're going to go from there to Fresno. So stick around, and we'll be back on. Like I say, for us it'll be about a half an hour, maybe 40 minutes, but for you it'll be just momentarily. Okay, we'll turn this camera on. I got it, I'm holding it. We're, how far out are we? 45 minutes, but we're going to set up for the approach. So I'm going to go to the GTN 750. All right, Robert, let's go and see. First, we're going to go to Bakersfield Muni, and let's see, load the procedure, see if there's any arrivals. No arrivals, not like the Weasel arrival of Van Nuys I've been doing. So, all right, let's cancel that.
Who's she?
Who's she? Okay.
The Weasel. The Weasel.
Play with your squeaky toy back there. We're doing something.
I can't find one.
Sorry. All right, transitions. Where are we going to go here? All right, so we got all these ones. Let's look at the chart here. So look at the Garmin Pilot. We got a little glare here. Sorry about the glare. Let's look at charts. We could look at the charts on there also, but let's look at RNAV GPS. Okay, so I see Lebec and Lopes way in the south, but we're coming from the north. So you could do Whatfi or Umcow or any of those. Robert's pulling it up here, full screen. So probably, which one do you think? Pull it down a little bit. Lumpke or Wupcow, and there they are there. But not Lebec for sure, so which one do you want to take?
We're going to go Whatfi today.
Hit it. We'll go Whatfi, and then we'll load the approach. And you know what? Why don't we just check the crossing altitudes as we got it up? I got my chart here showing the crossing altitudes, which is not much there. Robert has it up there. So what do you got for crossing? What's Whatfi say?
Whatfi showing 3,000.
That's confirmed.
And then Umco is also 3,000.
That's confirmed also.
And then Apcud is 2,000.
Let's see here. That's correct.
And runway 34.
Oh, good. And what about minimums while we're just looking?
Our minimums today, which is right here,
840 for our category. All right. And then look, let's look in the back here. You can see the cages. Mrs. Air Wagner, you want to poke your head out and say hi? There you go. There you go. There's our cages. And here we are heading for, let's put this on home, 54 minutes away. Oh, I had it down earlier. No, that's not 54. It says 54, it changed to 54 because it's got the approach in there. So our time to E45 to L45, 44 minutes. All right, that's your setup on the GTN 750. All right, we're back on this camera here. I have it just pointing down at the panel. And let's point it up a little bit. It's still flashing. The G600, the refresh rate on the G600 is different than the other units, and so you can't get away from that. We have a little bit of a glare here, but we're going to go through the RNAV checklist since it's the first time there. All right, Robert, let's start with the RNAV checklist. Let's load the approach.
Yep.
Done.
Yep.
Let's go ahead and brief the approach plate. Put it on this one. Let's look at the approach plate on there. You know what, better yet, let me fire this camera up. Go back to the map. And we'll go to the flight plan page and spin it to the right. And there is our...
51, roger, thank you very much. And
so let's go ahead and... You do it there, and I'll point to it here. Yep. So, go ahead.
So, our approach course is 341 degrees inbound. 4,000 feet. Yep. Airport's elevation, 378. PME. Use Meadows Field altimeter setting. Wind Meadows Field, 80 feet, increase, LNAV, circle. Got all that. Missed approach. We're going to climb to 1200 and climbing left turn to 3000, direct to UMCO and hold.
All right, so we'll go to my side for the mist. Okay.
Yep. Our ASOS, we already have in here. Unicom 122.8.
302 Pop Sierra,
Okay.
Oakland Center, roger. I have amendment to your route.
UMCO's 3000, and APCUD is 2000. That's also our final approach fix. We're going down to 8040, or 840.
All right, let's go ahead and put that in then.
No problem.
Set the minimum barometric pressure.
Uniform, Lima,
840, right?
Yep. 840 is our
840, enter, shows up here, okay.
So our next thing is when we're inbound course, we're going to activate vectors to final, so we're good on the RNAV checklist for now.
Let's we're 136 away, 102 away, no way you're going to get the weather.
I doubt it.
Why don't we look at the weather nearby? That's probably somebody else's. So that's Bakersfield, ATIS. Why don't we go to the GTN 750 and look at the weather for Bakersfield, the main airport. What's the weather say nearby at Meadows?
Winds calm, visibility 3.
And what makes something IFR? What's the visibility IFR?
A haze.
No, but what's the number? What's the visibility where it goes from VFR to IFR?
51 radar contact, 50
3 miles
northwest.
Right, so if it was 2.5, it'd be IFR.
Yep.
So it's borderline, it's
Yep.
marginal VFR.
Yep.
Based on visibility.
It's because of haze.
Right.
Temperature 12, dew point 3, altimeter 3022.
All right, so the 3022 is pretty close.
Yep.
Let's learn everything we can about our destination. So that's nearby.
Meadows.
Yeah, but let's look at L45. What's it telling you?
No weather.
So we know the 378.
Yep.
There's the runway. It's pretty simple.
3416.
We know the procedures. We just.
Razor 1, climb, maintain, block out, speed by level
That's it.
260.
Now go back to the runways. The left or right traffic on. So right traffic on 16.
Yep.
And left on 34. So it sounds like everything's to the west or the south of the airport, right? The right traffic for 16.
2 Papa Sierra, contact Oakland Center, 134.37.
And 4,000 feet, 75 like Auburn, no NOTAMs.
Air 74 Juliet, contact Santa Barbara, approach 127.7.
All right, I'm expecting a few minutes from now we're going to get our instructions for the approach.
That would make sense, yeah.
So we're just going to sit here and watch the hazy ground go by. Nancy, Miss Air Wagner?
Yes, sir.
There's some treats in there. You're in charge of the treats.
I see them. The jerky treats.
The jerky treats,
nuts?
right.
Yeah.
And then any squeaky toys you got, be sure you wipe them off before you give them to the dogs.
I don't see them.
If you've been having any in your mouth or anything.
There's a jar of something here.
No, that's the hardware for the cages.
Okay.
So I'm thinking, we're just talking here. We have a on-camera discussion. The camera's not on, but the audio is. Probably we're just going to get the one dog in here, do the hop to Fresno.
359 Delta Golf. 259 Delta Golf.
Don't know if we're going to video the hop to Fresno,
Delta Golf, Oakland Center, welcome, Bakersfield.
but we'll get the hop out of Fresno with the dogs in there and the way into Redding. So Robert, let's just guess. Any idea what we're going to get? What do you think? Direct to something at what altitude? At a 13,000?
I'm going to assume they're going to give us like 4,000 initially.
Well, let's do the math. We're at 13,000.
Yeah.
We have to get down to 400 feet, right? Let's just say 1,000 for the pattern.
Yeah.
So that's 12,000. We're 22 minutes away. So at 500 feet a minute, 600 feet a minute, we'll probably do it. So we're not really at a dive bomb
Air 7 Juliet Golf, let's make it
state yet.
080. 080, 7 Juliet, contact Bakersfield, 126.45, good day.
12645, 3 Sierra Juliet, good day. Bakersfield approach, Golden Eagle 513 Sierra Juliet's checking on level 13,000.
Golden Eagle 513 Sierra Juliet, Bakersfield approach, Bakersfield altimeter 3023, Advise when you have information Yankee at Meadows Field and say approach request into municipal.
3023, we have information Yankee. We'd like RNAV 34 into municipal for 3 Sierra Juliet.
Golden Eagle 3 Sierra Juliet, roger. Expect RNAV runway 34 into Bakersfield Municipal Airport, and would you like to proceed direct to join at a fix or vectors to final?
We'd like to go to a fix for 3 Sierra Juliet.
Number 513 Sierra Juliet, roger. You can expect that.
So the reason why
5 Yankee Golf Squad.
I want to fix
4632
first time,
and able fly
if they give us vectors to final, and if we get behind the airplane, it's not going to be good.
We'll fly 090 for now, 5 Yankee Golf.
Golden Eagle 3 Sierra Juliet, turn right heading 180, vector for watch fee, descend and maintain 10,000, pilot's discretion.
Right, 180 for Watt fee, and we're going down 10,000, 3 Sierra Juliet.
All right, we have to start down, right?
Yep.
Okay, look out the front window. That's your haze. Not purple haze, but just haze.
3 Sierra Juliet, roger. Clear direct Watt fee, join the approach, report established, and I'll have a descent for you here shortly.
Roger, clear direct Watt fee, and we'll report established 3 Sierra Juliet.
We're going to be fine.
That sound was an incoming text message.
All right, just got a text from Lindy. Jerry, if I can save this little 5-pound, 14-year-old senior in time, do you have a spare lap for her in Bakersfield? So I said yes.
Are you cold, big boss lady?
Yeah.
Oh, you are? Okay, heat it back on.
Identity.
All right, so you get a lap dog, honey.
3023.
How much does it weigh?
5-pound, 14-year-old.
14 years old?
Yeah.
That's a chihuahua.
Well, 5 pounds. It'll be shivering, and I recommend a blanket. Yeah, there's a pink one there.
Okay.
Golden Eagle 3 Sierra Juliet, descend and maintain 7,000.
Down 7,000, 3 Sierra Juliet.
Twin Cessna 3, correction, Golden Eagle 3 Sierra Juliet, descend and maintain 3,000.
Down to 3,000, 3 Sierra Juliet.
All right, what do you say we turn the prop sync off, start reducing power?
Ground speed at 224.
Ground speed 224.
Yeah. We're really dogging it right now.
Yeah, it's, you know, it's tough. We're down to 3,000 right now. We're still reducing power. We're getting little bumps as we get to the top of the haze. Here's our mist included. If you go to flight plan,
yeah,
and then come out with it. I don't know if we're on the screen or not. Yeah, there we are right there, see? So you can see it go in too.
977, affirmative, change my frequency 126.45.
So like I always say, if we get lost, we got to turn in our license.
Correction, Golden Eagle 3 Sierra Juliet, change my frequency 126.45.
All right, 1,000 to go for 3,000. And we're slowing down. We're only doing 194 now. And we're continuing to reduce power. Yeah, I just want to do the whole approach. We could have turned in early, taken the visual, but let's just see how this works. Straight ahead at the front window is the mountain range where Lake Hughes is, and Gorman, and all the things on the way to LA. The Grapevine, Hot Rod Lincoln.
Visual.
Then I think it's the San Gabriel Mountains. And then we turn to the left, you're going to see the San Bernardino mountain range around where Redlands is and Riverside.
There it goes.
There's our turn. Yeah, the weather's not the visibility is okay, but you can tell how right here it just sinks and sits in this valley. So if I look at the flight plan here, you can see us turning inbound on the approach here. But for me, I like to see the intersections.
Kayak 5 Charlie Alpha, contact approach 118.8.
You know, you always have to take this approach. There's no approach for 16.
Yep.
So coming from the north, it's going to be a little extra time. Okay, the little dog, Nancy, your little lap dog is on its way. So now we got 5. It's like Top Gun. Yeah, I'm getting bogeys there. I'm getting a pair.
Where do we get it?
2 pair.
Where do we get the 5th one? Oh, we're only going to take 4.
Cessna 513 Sierra Juliet, verify established.
Even longer one going back.
We'll verify established for 3 Sierra Juliet.
Okay, do you want to get a shortcut? We're
Yeah.
still 3 minutes. Ask them for a vector to final.
Bakersfield approach, Golden Eagle 513 Sierra Juliet. We'd like vector to final.
Multiple aircraft broadcasting at once, Golden Eagle 513 Sierra Juliet, say again.
We'd like a vector to final for 3 Sierra Juliet.
Golden Eagle 3 Sierra Juliet, roger, standby 1.
I'm guessing 050. It's just in this kind of weather, it's just a long extra haul. We got to, extra doggy, and we got to get fuel.
We're getting fuel in Bakersfield?
Yeah, we need it. Look at our gauges.
Oh.
You know what? Just cancel that request.
Golden Eagle 3 Sierra Juliet, turn left heading 040 vector to AFCUD.
040 vector to AFCUD for 3 Sierra Juliet.
Okay, so we're taking that.
So 177, contact tower 118.1.
Contact tower 177.
So it's not a vector to AFCUD.
Yeah.
It's a vector towards
intercept.
To intercept. So we're in vectors. Why don't you activate vectors to final? Since what happens is when you activate vectors to final, it puts that AFFIC, whatever it is, as the approach to go to. Now we got the diamond coming in.
Twin Cessna 3 Sierra Juliet, 4 miles from AFCUD, turn left heading 010, maintain 3000 until established on the final approach course. Cleared RNAV runway 34 approach, Bakersfield Municipal Airport.
010, maintain 3000, cleared RNAV 34 approach into Bakersfield Municipal 3 Sierra Juliet.
So we'll cancel when he comes back because we got it made. Coming off the wall here, and we're turning in to get it. And our glide slope got captured. Now I'm looking out the window for the airport like we're gonna
airport straight ahead.
Airport in sight.
Golden Eagle 513 Sierra Juliet, you can report cancellation of IFR in the air with me now or on the ground with a phone number, advise which you'd like.
We'd like to cancel IFR at this time, 3 Sierra Juliet.
Twin Cessna 3 Sierra Juliet, roger. IFR cancellation is received. Squawk VFR, change to advisory frequency approved. See ya.
Squawk VFR, change to advisory, 3 Sierra Juliet. Good day.
Okay, Papa Guns, pressurization check.
Good
Air
morning,
conditioner
Bakersfield
off. Prop sync off. Auxiliary pumps on. Gas on mains. And we're at the glide slope, and we want to put the gear down, except we're going too fast.
Bakersfield Municipal, Golden Eagle 513 Sierra Juliet, 4 miles out, RNAV 34 approach, Bakersfield.
And we're at 178, 177, 176. I want to go a little slower before I throw the gear out. Let's get some speed brakes going.
Can't believe what a difference that makes.
Speed brakes, yeah.
A little
trying to hold up a piece of plywood in a windy day and see how that feels.
And here are those aforementioned speed brakes.
All right, 1,300. Let's, simulate that we have no visibility, okay? Gear down, speed brakes gone. 3 green, first notch of flaps.
Bakersfield Muni, Cherokee 225, run up area 34, wait till you land, I'll be off.
Great. All right, gas undercarriage, 3 green, mixtures up, props top of the green. Here at 860, 840.
Minimums.
There's minimums. Runway in sight.
Bakersfield Municipal, Golden Eagle 513 Sierra Juliet, short final 34, Bakersfield.
And full flaps. And 3 green.
825, got you on approach.
There's one landing. All right, let's go find the doggies.
Bakersfield Muni, Cherokee 225, taking the active 34 for Bakersfield.
You got a big one and a little one?
Bakersfield Municipal, Golden Eagle 513 Sierra Juliet, it's clear at 34.
All right, what do you say, Robert?
Thanks for riding along.
I'll be back.